So we're going to keep this very short, so keep clapping. This is our official opening. We know that we're all about bringing people together, and so really the reason why this is going to be a success is because of you as well as us all working together as a team. So we're excited to be part of this transformation, what's happening across the region. And we expect to be a pivotal part of what's going on. We know that a lot of things are happening in the capital region, and we want to be part of that ongoing transformation. And many of you are part of that transformation, and we're excited. We have an all-star crowd here. That's you. We have an all-star lineup. That's them. And so let's get to it while it's so cold out. And we want to encourage you all to tweet. Tweeting is very important to me as part of what I do for a living. So if you guys go on our access code, it's New York BizLab Guest 5G. The password is lowercase NY BizLab, and the hashtag, and that's very important, the hashtag is NY BizLab Go, G-O. All right? So without further ado, I want to introduce Tony Civitella, who is the founder and president of the New York BizLab. We want to do the official unveiling of our new logo. Here it is. All right. Without further ado, let's give it up for Tony Civitella.
Wow. All right, so Rick put me in charge of the weather. He did. And as you can tell, there's a lot of things we were in charge of. I guess I forgot that checkbox. Sorry about that. Welcome, good morning. We didn't expect, we're all thinking about when we have this grand opening, we should be worrying about rain, right? It's always the mystery, right? But we didn't expect some snow, so we make it a little exciting, of course. So good morning, of course, and welcome to our grand opening of New York BizLab. I'm so excited, and I'm talking to a lot of you. I can tell you're excited too for this official opening today. And you're here later from our first tenant, Jason from Sheridan. Where are you? There you are. Good. I tell you, what a great tenant. And really, I always talk about one of a big milestone in any business going from 0 to 1, right? It's a huge milestone. So thank you for making that happen for us. Great company. They're already starting to hire right here, of course. And we're excited about the future as well. Other companies are going to be here and located here in Schenectady and New York BizLab. You're going to be hearing a lot of news and information about what's going on here. And I promise you, we're going to keep sending you more information about what's going on here. Finally, this day is here. This was a vision many years ago about how can we keep our brightest people right here, right? The brightest students keep leaving this area. After they graduate these top-notch schools, we got to stop exporting these people. Let's keep them right here and not other parts of the country. So I'm tired of seeing companies of poaching off other high-end tech employees for one another. We clearly don't have enough of them. We need to change that immediately. So the whole idea of BizLab here is that we could create a tech ecosystem where most promising tech companies will locate and hire these grads and bring them downtown where they can live, work, and build their families. We're not just looking to fill this building with any companies. We want tech companies that will work with each other. Hopefully they could cross paths. And as you see upstairs, you'll see there's areas that people could cross paths, whether it's a kitchen area, lounge area, or even a conference room. So we want to make sure that we're giving opportunity to students to stay right here. And this is part of the ecosystem I'm talking about. And talk a little bit about myself as I was a college student almost 27 years ago. Started working at a company which is now called Transfinder. I had an opportunity to stay here and even end up buying the company. And a little bit about Transfinder. We had an amazing week this week. We had 2 awards. One was the best place to work in New York State and top workplace by the Times Union this week. We had an amazing week. A little more about Transfinder is that what's exciting about the BizLab is that it could tap into the resources, especially like Transfinder is an established software company. And yes, Jason's already been asking me that I want to know all the mistakes you've made so that way he doesn't make them, right? And which is true, right? This is the whole concept of an accelerator. We have to help tech companies to, let's not let them burn themselves touching the stove, right? I do believe that you do have to touch the stove a little bit, but as long as you don't burn your entire hand, that's really important, right? And those are the type of things that we can do at Transfinder, and really the community, that to bring these companies, and really we're part of that team, and Transfinder is part of we're the proteges at that point. So we're excited about that, and I want to thank many of Transfinder employees that are here today. They're going to help really show you the place when you're touring it. And I can tell a lot of people are actually warming up. You should hug, right? That's right. So there's so many people that I need to thank, but I know if I name them all, I'm going to miss 2 or 3, so I'm going to get myself in trouble. So I'm going to leave really the rest of the gang to say the thanks and so forth. But I want to say that the leading space here, that what's about, I talked to an individual here, and a CEO that missed the excitement. It's a leading company, missed the exciting of a startup company, really of running a company by the seat of their pants. Remember those, some of you that long time ago? Well, they missed that. And we're giving those individuals to come back and actually feel that excitement and help companies to help accelerate and find and make sure they don't make those mistakes. One individual I want to mention is Cornerstone Telephone CEO Dan Yemen. He signed up a long time ago to be the internet service provider here, and he's giving us 1 gig pipeline for free. And I think that's unheard of course, right? It's unheard of at this space to do that. Unfortunately, Dan is out of town, but I want to thank him, and we're naming the conference room after them. It's the Cornerstone Conference Room. We expect it to be very busy. I think it's going to be first class. You'll see the marble floors that we yanked out, of course, different things. There was rugs, and of course, what's underneath rugs, there's a lot more stuff there. And then eventually, there were, right? It's the concept of people taking out rugs, and there's actually beautiful, wood floors. So that's the concept. So we brought back what this building was many years ago. Excited, right? We want people to work, play, and live in this city, in this great state. And I could say that we're all working so hard, and there's going to be a lot of people here that they want to make sure that this happens. A lot of people we have to thank, and it's, of course, it's us, people that live here, people that work for companies, people that run companies. We need to make sure that we keep this excitement going. It's important. This is going to happen. Think about what's going to happen across the street here another year or so. This is going to completely change. This was exciting about not just Schenectady, but really the Capital District and the entire state of New York. So again, thank you so much. This is another big win for Tech Valley. Enjoy today.
Thank you, Tony. Next up, I'm going to keep it short, Congressman Taco. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Rick. And to Tony Civitella and to all of the folks that surround him, thank you for the vision. Thank you for the passion to commit to what I think is smart growth, reinvesting in urban cores. This is the way we come back in the strongest fashion. Look, we're in the midst of an innovation economy. Everybody here knows that. CEG and Michael know that. All of the chamber folks, I know that they're represented here today. Certainly the mayor, Mayor McCarthy, doing a great job, understands that. At the Assemblyman, Angelo Santa Barbara, we know that investing in an innovation economy is where it's at. It's about precision. It's about technology. It's about imagination. It's about research. It's about putting forth the orders of investment that will enable us to bring new hope and vision to the equation. And I want to thank Tony and his team for investing in a downtown urban core, for breathing life into a vacant building, and for providing the sense of vision that we all require. Recently, when an undersecretary of the Department of Energy came to town for a repeat visit, he cited this region as the hub, one of the fastest growing hubs for the innovation economy, for technology, high-tech, clean energy. We should be proud of that. This is tangible evidence that we indeed are building to that cluster that is growing to gain recognition by agencies in the federal level of government that understand not only are we in that top 5 of hubs in the country, but he went further to explain that we are 2 of the fastest growing in that order of job creation. So this is good. This is great news. It's hot news on a day like today that takes us to understand that BizLab is where it's at. This is inspiration. This will take us forward. I couldn't be prouder than to be here to celebrate with you. And let's go forth and get them. Let's keep investing from the federal level. I'm on energy and commerce and science and tech. These are the messages that I take back. Anecdotal evidence that it's working well when we invest. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the success.
Thank you so much, Congressman. Next up, please welcome Leslie Watley. She runs the State Startup New York program. Thank you so much, Leslie.
Good morning, and thanks to everybody for being here, and congratulations to Rick and Tony. Congressman and Rick and Tony are absolutely right. It's all about innovation right now, and it's all about creating jobs and bringing them back to areas like Schenectady that lost them. And that's what Startup New York is about. What is it? Startup is a program, one of the latest in the governor's toolkit to restore this economy. It's all about uniting business with the universities in empty space or in accelerators like this, where the companies can create net new jobs, and when they do, they can operate tax-free for 10 years. But the important part of this is also the affiliation between the school, because that helps the public-private partnership transfer of innovation and knowledge. The schools can learn what the tech companies are doing and how cater their curriculums to meet the company's needs, and vice versa. The benefits go back and forth. It's working. I'm proud to say that we announced 93 companies to date, and there's another announcement on the horizon, and they're going all over the state, just like communities like Schenectady. Right now, I'd like to take a brief minute and have Rick and Tony come up to the stage so that I can award you with a certificate that I'm here to present from the governor. It says, to New York BizLab, on the occasion of your official grand opening as an incubator for startup companies and an accelerator for young businesses, you are at the very heart of driving New York's economic engine, promoting job creation, providing goods and services, and contributing to the revitalization of upstate. The Empire State is proud to be home to creative and exciting initiatives like yours that spark an entrepreneurial spirit that is contagious. On behalf of all New Yorkers, I extend congratulations and best wishes for much success ahead.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Remember, hashtag NY BizLab Go. All right, next up, I'd like to welcome our mayor, Gary McCarthy, who's been a great friend of Transfinder as well as the New York BizLab. Give it up for Gary. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. It's great to see everybody out here today. You know, history tends to repeat itself. And, you know, Antonio and his team made a significant investment just east of here at 440 State Street. And, you know, he was talking to Ray Gillen about where's the next opportunity? Where should I look to invest? And Ray Gillen said, well, go west, young man, go west. So he came to this part of State Street, and we're excited to have him here. But the significance of that, you can think back at the migration that occurred going west where it was people. It's now information. It's technology. In New York State and the capital region is uniquely positioned to provide that leadership. You look at the products of Transfinder. They market that across the entire country and, in fact, across the world. This facility here will take the talent, take the students graduating from the colleges, that people that work in the companies here at Global Foundries, at Nanotech in Albany, with GE just down the road. It will provide an opportunity to do exciting things, to create that vision and products that will put Schenectady and the Capital District back on the map and return us to our place in history as leaders for innovation and creativity. And so, Antonio, I thank you and your team, and if you come up, on behalf of the City of Schenectady, I hereby proclaim April 24th, 2015 as New York BizLab Day in the City of Schenectady.
Wonderful.
And thank Antonio Civitella for his continued commitment to the City of Schenectady.
That's great.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor. Next up, please welcome our Assemblyman, Angelo Santa Barbara. Thank you.
Thank you. So exciting to be here today. New York BizLab, Antonio Civitella, just a fantastic day to see this grand opening. And Tony is really, I consider him a personal friend. Our families have known each other for so long. He's made it happen with Transfinder. He's going to make it happen here. He's part of the excitement in downtown Schenectady. We've seen so much happen here, and it's entrepreneurs like Tony that we need to support. Small businesses like New York BizLab that we need to support. He's already got his first tenant. He's on his way. He's making it happen. Tony, I want to thank you. A big round of applause for what he is doing. He is a true success story. He's making it happen, and we've seen it over and over. This is a great investment, and I'm so happy to hear that Startup New York is a part of this. This is an initiative that I've supported. Tony has come up to the Capitol. His company has come to talk to me about Startup New York, and now to see it being implemented here is just fantastic. These are the programs that I support. Small businesses are so important. We've seen it happen here. We are setting an example. Congratulations to Tony. Congratulations to New York BizLab. Great to join you today.
Thank you so much, Assemblyman. Next up, please welcome Ray Gillen. This guy is a mover and a shaker. He makes things happen. He's exciting to work with. Give it up for Ray.
Thank you. I want to introduce from the Metroplex Board, Bill Chapman. Bill, raise your hand. Karen Johnson from the County Legislature. I see Mona Golub there, standing in for Neil Golub. Hi, Mona. Thanks for coming. Gary just charged me $60,000 for this Buy More building over there, you know, so we're going to talk about that project in a minute. And the weather reminds me of December. In December, Paul Tago got us $15 million to clean up the old Scotia Navy depot and make sure we protect the greatest water supply in the country right here in Schenectady. And Paul, we're so grateful for you for your help on that. Give him a round of applause. $15 million. Paul delivered for us, so we're very, very grateful. When Tony built his new building, we thought we'd get a few weeks off. You know, he built the $8 million headquarters. It looks great. Everybody was excited. We had the grand opening. A couple of weeks later, he's calling me. I want to do another project. And as the mayor said, we brought him down here. We showed him we're an investor in this project, Metroplex, but the vast majority of funding is provided by Tony and his vision for this project. And we're very, very excited about his vision. He is the driving force behind the BizLab. We have tenants down here looking at this space. I was here earlier in the week showing this space. We're going to fill this building up, and you're going to need to buy another building, Tony. We want to thank the governor because startup is working. Leslie, thank you. It works, it's real, and we're doing it right here in Schenectady. We really are. I want to thank Matt Gratton, who runs our startup program. You'll hear from him in a minute. He's fantastic. He's doing a great job. He's helping us fill this building. I want to thank the folks from Sure Done, our first tenant. You're going to be many more joining you shortly. I really want to thank a lot of people in this audience who are doing what Tony's doing, which is buying empty buildings in Schenectady with no tenants, no guarantees, but just building on the momentum. People like Ray Legier buying the old Armory and fixing it up. People, thank you. People like Dave Bucco that are here buying buildings one after another and fixing them up. Thank you, David. And John Roth is here. John, where are you? John, thank you. One of the only downsides of today's event is right now when you look across the street, it don't look so nice. But that is going to change because John and his team are investing $20 million across the street. And Rick, if you could hand me the rendering, we'll have this rendering on display inside. But when you come back here in 18 months or so, you're going to see this across the street. So the mayor was right. We have a lot of momentum on Lower State Street. If you're looking for investments, go west, as the mayor said. We're going to make this part of Lower State Street every bit as nice as the Proctor's Block and keep growing Schenectady and keep the momentum going. Tony and Rick and your whole team, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hashtag NY BizLab go. Next up, I want to welcome Matt Gratton. Matt is my partner in crime over at SCCC. We talk all the time. There is, I think, 1 week in the last year and a half that we haven't talked or emailed each other. Matt knows Startup New York like nobody else except Leslie, of course. So I want to welcome Matt Gratton to the podium. Matt.
Thank you very much, Rick. You saved that. Make sure you let Leslie knows better than I do. When I was asked to make remarks about Tony and this project, at the college, as we go west, There is a little building down there too, west, that is my home. When we talk about Tony and the projects that we've been working on collaboratively with Transfinder, Tony is what he's prepared his career for, is to move people. But where he moves people is always to a better place, whether it's moving pupils and young children to their schools safely, whether it's moving home health aides. We initiated a unique project with Mike Sicoscio and the City Mission called Drive to Success. And Tony said, you know what? There's home health aides who are graduating from our program who can't find jobs because they don't have a car. He said, we can work with those companies, use our software, use volunteers from the City Mission, and get these people into jobs. And today's statistics, we just got our latest update, and using Transfinder software, we've traveled over 7,000 miles with volunteer drivers. We've had over 1,250 trips with a 98% on-time rate, and these home health aides are able to now keep or enhance their job opportunities. That's the type of the person that Tony is, who gives back to the community. He could have easily just stayed in his office, and if any of you have seen that office, you'd want to stay there too. He said, no, I want to come west. I want to share the knowledge that I have. And I think we all owe a debt of gratitude to Tony and his vision for the New York BizLab. And our partnership at the community college has been invaluable associated with that particular initiative. I also want to, no one's given Jason much love, but I also want to give Jason some appreciation, because when we started working with Jason, exactly, give him a round of applause. When we started working with Jason on the program, government programs, everyone a little leery, but I've worked on a lot of them, and trust me, this program is working. There's not a lot of red tape. Whenever I asked Jason, though, for any information, he was right there. He was responsive. He was innovative. He was driven. And one of the articles in the paper last week announcing his positions here, he said, I want to win. And it's that drive and determination that we saw in him that says, yes, we as Schenectady Community College want to sponsor him in this program. Very quickly, Jason, there's going to be a lot of other people who are going to come to this town pretty soon who want to win. They're not going to be using an e-commerce platform, though. They're going to be using something that looks like this. That's a poker chip, if anyone doesn't know. And I do have a little gift for you. So these are our new hot off the press casino gaming and management keychains. And I've got 26 of them in here, Jason, for you, for 26 jobs that you've promised for Schenectady County. And if you need more, I'd be happy to get them for you, okay?
Awesome. Jason, why don't you come on up? I want to introduce Jason Nadoff. He's the CEO of Sure Done, an amazing company that we're going to hear a lot more about in the future. Give it up for Jason.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. So 3.5 years ago, I was sitting alone in a room in Vegas, teaching myself how to code and figuring out how do I get to my dream of coming to New York and building my business. Well, here I am now, and 2 mornings ago, I wake up in the middle of New York City, I get on the subway, I get on the train, and I get off right there and walk to this beautiful new office where I have a team that's helping me grow that vision to the next level. Like Matt said, we're working aiming to do 26 new jobs, and thanks to Tony and Rick for really ushering us and getting us to, and Matt as well, for getting us into this program, we now have access to the talent that we need. So bring us your interns, bring us your students, because we're gonna want the best, and we need the best to get to the next level, and that's what we're here to do. If you don't know what Sure Done is, we're a multi-channel e-commerce platform. We help the businesses that sell the Nike shoes, the stereos, the guitars online, and we help them put it across eBay, Amazon, Google, and more, all from a single click in a single place. So just like those companies that we help get to the next level, we as well need a little bit of help to get there. And again, thanks Tony, thanks Rick for getting us this opportunity. And for the space and for the city of Schenectady, we want to be just like Thomas Edison and innovate as much as we can. Thank you.
Now, please welcome to the podium Michael Tucker from the Center for Economic Growth. Michael?
Thank you very much. A region has been defined as an area of definable characteristics with or without boundaries. I think today demonstrates that the Capital Region and Tech Valley has no boundaries. The ideas that have come to light with this project, New York Biz fits well into the entrepreneurship ecosystem that this region enjoys. It fits well into the governor's leadership with his regional economic development initiatives and Startup New York. And we're very, very fortunate to have Leslie with us here today. She has responsibilities statewide for this initiative, and to be able to demonstrate the success to her and her team and to the governor in our region is so critical. When we look across the street, as Ray Gillen pointed out, the Robinson Block and the support that Metroplex and the leadership that Ray and Mayor McCarthy have provided for this initiative and the funding that has been provided by the Governor's Regional Council helps again to demonstrate the success of this new economic vitality in our region. The Center for Economic Growth, with its mission of entrepreneurship, infrastructure, and workforce and education, is proud to partner with our chamber partners and our economic development partners and our state partners to create the sum of the parts that makes this a terrific and great region. We commend Tony and thank him for his efforts here, for his service on the CEG board, and we look forward to many more events like this as our region prepares to compete for the governor's $500 million upstate revitalization plan. The best is yet to come. Thank you very much.
All right. Seems like by looking you guys shivering, I think actually might get a little bit colder. Well, thank you so much today to, I know everyone's busy, so much going on, that to believe in us and really believe in Schenectady. Appreciate it so much that you came out here in this cold weather. So many people I want to thank. Of course, one of my goals, Mr. Mayor, is to make sure that I have 365 days that we have, that it's Transfinder or New York BizLab or any other business that we do. So that's our goal. Thank you so much. We're going to have a ribbon cutting, and please afterwards stay and tour the building. Thank you so much.
So in literally 1 minute, we're going to be directing our attention over here. If you guys could close those doors, or you can just have the doors closed. We have two chamber presidents here. Chuck Steiner, wave your hand. He's with Schenectady Chamber, and Mark Egan with the Albany Colony Chamber. These guys work together. These two chambers work together, and it really is about collaboration. They really mean this stuff. So before we do that, I want you guys to know something. As today is BizLab Day, 6 restaurants in our area have joined with us today to celebrate today. Aperitivo, Johnny's, Mexican Radio, Nico's, Villa Italia, and Zen. Actually, Villa Italia also made an awesome cake. I just dipped a little bit of the frosting in. And they donated it because they wanted to be a part of it. Anyway, you're going to be greeted by some Transfinder employees who are going to give you this card. Do not leave without this card. This card entitles you, today and today only, I feel like I'm on QVC, today and today only, 10% off at any of those restaurants, your entire bill. 10% off, bring this card. They were excited to be a part of it. You got free parking in Schenectady. Just stroll down State Street, go up Broadway, and enjoy. Anyway, without further ado, please direct your attention over here to the front doors.